Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we will be creating the subassembly of the shock absorber consisting of the shock absorber cylinder, shock absorber piston rod and shock absorber spring. So let's start. To invoke the new SolidWorks document dialog box, click here. The new SolidWorks document dialog box will appear. Now select the assembly and choose the OK button. Now go to the motorcycle project folder and select shock absorber cylinder, click here, choose the open button. Now click anywhere on the screen, click here. Now go to assembly command manager and choose the insert components and select shock absorber piston rod, click here and choose the open button and click here. After inserting the shock absorber piston rod, now we need to apply the required mates to components of the assembly using the mate tool. From the assembly command manager, choose the mate button. The mate property manager is displayed. Now select the circular face of the shock absorber piston rod, click here, and now select the circular face of the shock absorber cylinder, click here, and apply a constraint concentric and choose the OK button. Now expand the feature manager design tree and next expand the shock absorber piston rod, click here. Now select the front plane of the shock absorber and select the front plane of the shock absorber cylinder and give a constraint coincident and choose the OK button. After applying the concentric and coincident relation, now we can only move the shock absorber piston rod in the linear direction. Now we will insert the shock absorber spring in the assembly environment. Click on insert components and select shock absorber spring and choose the open button and click here. Now choose the mate button from the assembly command manager, click here. Now choose the front plane of the shock absorber spring and the front plane of the shock absorber piston rod and give a constraint coincident and choose the OK button. Now similarly again we have to apply coincident relation between the right plane of the shock absorber spring and the right plane of the shock absorber piston rod. Choose the right plane and choose the right plane and give a constraint coincident and choose the OK button. Now select top plane, click here and click here and click on the distance and put the value 5 and enter and choose the OK button. Next we need to select the top planar face of the shock absorber piston rod and then select the inner bottom face of the shock absorber cylinder face. Now choose the OK button. Now select the section view, click here and choose the OK button. Again select the mate button from the assembly command manager. Now go to advanced mate, click here and click here. Now click on the distance and here put the value 240 and enter, and in the minimum distance put the value 190 and enter. Now choose the OK button and select the section view button. This is how our model will look. Now saving the model in a dedicated folder, go to save drop down, choose the save as button and here name it as shock absorber subassembly and choose the save button. Thanks for watching the video.